Welcome to the Ghost Heads Nerd Talk Podcast. Interviews and conversations about nerd culture from all around the world. Now here are your three Ghostbuster hosts, Joe, Rain, and Val. Enjoy the show.
Hey, all you cool busters and bustettes. I'm Ghostbuster Joe, and
I'm your Stormy Cloud Rain.
and this is episode 91. Hopefully Val is okay, and she'll be here soon. But this is Ghost Head Nerd Talk, and man, Rain, this is so much fun. 91 episodes. Wow. 91. My gosh.
I know it's been a year already for me with almost a year with you now.
And by the way, I missed it by a day or two. I want to say congratulations on your 1 year anniversary of being a guest here on Ghost Head Nerd Talk podcast. So let's go like a little like as they were doing squirt your job when you get your 1 year anniversary on a year assessment.
Are you gonna give my yearly review now?
Oh yeah, right now I didn't write anything down, but it's quick and easy. You're funny, you're sweet, you have a heart of gold. You make a promo that looks like it belongs on CBS mornings. I'm so proud and honored to have a female co-host like you that makes me feel like this doesn't belong on YouTube. We belong on like CBS or NBC or even Adult Swim or like something. And Val's here.
I made it.
Wait,
I made it.
We belong more on a major network. I wish somebody could find a way to get us on real TV or public access, because you make this even Val. Next year, Val's gonna get her 1 year assessment.
You will.
Yeah, soon.
Gosh.
And I just want to say, Rain, thank you so much. I'm so proud to have you part of the team, and this is an amazing trip. Hey, welcome.
Well, thank you again. So happy to be here. So happy to be a part of it. It's interesting to see what's from like my first show, like when in the intro, you can see my background and how it's like my room has evolved a lot over the year.
Hang on, really quick. I need to reply to Spartan. I did not forget. I've just been extremely, extremely busy. Okay, got things to do.
No, same.
Love you too.
Tell our buddy, our unofficial mascot, we love him. We love you, Rocket. Ever since Rocket became our unofficial mascot, Dexter has been avoiding me and pooping on the floor. Dexter,
Damn.
I'm sorry. I love you. You're my boy. You're my homie. You'll be on the bleachers with me forever. But Rocket's the young puppy. He's got to be our unofficial mascot. So Dexter can't be security. Rocket will just knock someone out. He'll drop kick them. He's a husky. They do that. Yeah. So tonight Rain has got a bunch of topics that we will be discussing on the show. So what's the first topic, Rainy Rains?
Figured time travel. You know, if you can travel in any period or time, where would you go?
Ooh, Val, you got it first one?
Forward or past?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, okay, so first off, at my age, I'm 21 years old, right? Now, of course, there are some places that I'd like to go. Like, I'd like to go and, like, check out, like, Victoria era England for, like, a little bit, you know? And then the smell gets me, and then, like, I'll just, like, hop out, right? But another place I would like to go, at my good age, 21, I would like to go back to either the late 60s or the early 70s.
Mm.
It's such a good time, I feel like, to be alive. And shoot, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it. Some of the things that I would like to do because like I have my team name on there. Shoot, darn, I don't want to say that.
You could censor yourself and on and off the microphone.
Okay, hold on, wait. Okay, so
God, I wish I knew how to read lips.
I read lips, but the other one.
Oh.
I would do all of it. That is like the perfect time to be doing it, and I would be doing it.
All right.
Of the girls, I totally.
Okay.
I agree, Joe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, Rain, you next.
Oh gosh. It's funny. I got the question, but I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into it. I think the 60s and 70s would be cool. I would love to see like the Beatles play or Led Zeppelin. I would love to go like to a concert like before they were like super huge. And yeah, see a bunch of I would like to go see a bunch of different bands, but gosh, if it wasn't anywhere else. I think I would like to go to the Salem witch trials and save all the women there.
That would be cool, yeah.
I definitely would want to save all the girls. Save the ladies. Save all.
So they did not burn witches, they burned women.
Yes.
So
they don't get killed.
That's right.
It was so stupid because didn't they used to do this thing where like they would throw their bodies like into the lake or something, and they're like, if she floats, she's a witch. If she sinks, she's a woman. And it's like
Python or maybe not. I don't know. But
I don't know. I like
something.
I could be very wrong. This is just stuff I've heard on the internet, and we all know the internet is false. But this is stuff I've seen like multiple times. So I'm like, is it real? Because like it always sounds like that black and white drawing where it's like that certain medium, right? And I'm just like, yeah, this looks legit. This looks like it was out of a textbook, although I could be very wrong.
Right. Yeah.
I know. I'm thinking about it. This is like I talked more so far on this podcast than I have on the DJ one, or on this episode than I have.
That's my dad. My dad was like, "Yo, I could have talked long younger. We would have been up till 2 a.m. Yeah, you would have been having me like, well, what? The show's over.
No, it was fine. I was just like, it felt like whenever I'm listening to a podcast and I'm sitting there like, yeah, and I feel like I'm part of the conversation. And then like halfway through, I'd be like, oh, I am part of the conversation. I don't know what to talk about, but
it's okay though.
Anyways, Joe, where would you like to go?
Ooh, with the family, my family legacy at the Eminem song, my legacy. I would go back in time to when my grandfather wrestled. I'd go back to the future style. I get the fedora. I get the tie, the little tie. I get the little fedora, put the news on it. I get the whole garb from the 50s. Grab one of those long neck microphones. Bring somebody that's not like, I wouldn't bring my dad because I don't want to fuck up the time continuing. Get somebody that I know. I would actually bring Rain with me, have her as my get an old school camera, get one of those microphones connected to the thing, and I would ask if I could interview my grandfather.
That'd be cool.
And then so I wouldn't want to fuck up the thing. They would ask me, what's your last name? And when I walk away, I'd just say this one thing. I'd say, hey, welcome. My name is Joseph Ratiguez. Nice.
You've killed my father. Prepare to die.
No, I would just say before I walk away from him, I was like, Jose, I just want to tell you that I was typical me. I'll bumble my words. I'll be like, have a good day, sir. And then, because, messing up, saying stuff like that could mess up time. You know what I mean?
So you gotta purposely fumble your words for the dramatic effect. Nice.
Yes. I would say, you're my grand. I would get him. I was like, you're my grand. Have a good day.
You're my ma. You're my ma.
You're my girl. But then my dumb luck, I bump into my grandma.
big.
I bump into my grandmother because my pictures of my grandmother when she was younger, my dad's mom, she was a fox. And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm mommy. Oh no, grandma."
I don't like this camera.
Yeah, so I'd go back into the 50s, or it's like, I guess I'd go like in the middle of it, maybe his beginning of his career, his wrestling career, so I can get like a thought on how he got it started and why he wore a mask. But then I would ask to interview him. Yeah, I definitely would love to have Val. I'd bring Val there just so she could see, like, get a chance to see how my family's wrestling legacy went. You know what I mean? And I'll go.
Yeah,
We can go to Queens back in there
Did
that
you-
week. Oh, you know what else?
Did you
I'd
never
go
meet
to?
him?
I'm sorry.
Did you never meet him?
No, never met him. Never met him at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would go back to Queens when they did the World's Fair.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's what I would want to go. I'd bring you two so we can check out the World's Fair, the old school. How is it going? Jeez.
I know you've been following
I've
since
got a
like
fan
what,
club today.
2021. It's insane that. Yeah, and then what's up? It's going good. You dead inside, but it's going great.
What's that thing we
How
in
you
the
doing?
in the club? We all fam.
Oh, the club. Yeah, in the
In the
club.
club. In the club, we all
I've
fam.
seen that a lot lately.
Remember there's another video that I did for dudes. I actually said that stupid phrase from Dead Inside. Aren't we all? I've been reciting little phrases all years that have come out off the TikTok, as Val would say. Like, in the club, we all fam. I said that all day today at work. It was so bad. Yeah, so I would do that. I'd go back in time to see how my grandfather like maneuvered his career, but I would ask him I'd go a few months later, and as his career got a more of a feel, and I'd interview him and put it on videotape. And just yeah.
No, that'd be cool. It'd be really cool. Actually, thinking about it more, I think I would go back to like 2010 or something like that, and so I can have my mom get more medical care so that she wouldn't pass away in 2018 from cancer. So. Or at least spend more time with her. I miss my mom.
You know, oddly enough, like, okay, so I'm not in contact with my mom, but like, I'd like to go. Also, I don't, but I kind of do. I would like to go and meet her, like, when she was young and, you know, before she had me. So, like, before, like, you know, so whenever she was so happy and just all jokes, sort of. But anyways, I'd like to go and meet her when, like, she was like, yeah, like, actually, no, by the time she was my age, she already had me. I'd like to go and meet her when she was like in her late teens. Wait, when did she have me? I don't know, but I'd like to go and meet her. And
when's your birthday?
Not really. Not really. I have no idea how old my mom is.
Her age, you're right. Her age you're talking about.
Yeah. I'd like to go though and meet her when she was younger. Like, but at the same time, I don't, because like she the kind of person that she is and the kind of person I am, I'm the kind of person that like would have gotten bullied by her in school. So like like I'm like one of the nerds, right? And then she was one of she's like one of the hot girls, right? She's like one of the plastics. She was one of those. And then I don't know how I came to be, but you know.
Okay.
But I think it'd be interesting to go and like meet her and be like, "Are you a bitch? How are you gonna act towards me?"
Just shove her, just right into the mud.
Well, what if she walks up to you and she goes, "You seem so familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?"
The ground starts to shake. The sky changes colors. The moon's the sun. Start fading in and out.
I've never met you before in my life.
Like, Valerie, that's such a nice name.
And she
Yeah,
just starts rubbing her stomach, and you're like, "No!"
What's funny though is that they didn't even like choose the name because it was nice. They straight up like got a name of baby book, or like a baby book of name of baby books. They got a baby book of names, and they just flipped to a random page and they picked a name. And my dad's like, "Oh, that's my grandma's name." And they're like, "Okay, let's pick another one." And they went to the next one and they found my name. and that's where Valerie comes from. Not that either of them really like the name. They just didn't want to like try to choose one. So
All right.
So yeah.
Mm.
That
I've got
works.
great childhood stories like from before I was even born. That's insane.
That is a crazy story, though.
Mhm.
If you could go in the future, though, what time would you go then, though?
Ooh, the future. I would like to go. Let me think on this. I'd like to go to, I don't know, the 22nd century.
Mm.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, like a.
You go there, but there's like nothing. It's desolate, and like,
Oh, God.
Like I just want to see what happens, you know.
Like Futurama style, everything's all gone. Oh God!
Right. Yeah, the year 10,000. Yeah.
Or like I'd like to go like somewhere in the future where I'm like old as hell, right? I just want to see what happens. Just see like how I fucked up my life. I think that would be fun. Just be like, all right, now I know I'm gonna go and make some changes. And
It's
Well,
sad
oh
that
my
you think you're
God.
gonna fuck up your life, though. You don't think you're gonna like make good choices till then?
I don't know. We'll see. At my current rate,
Oh, you're.
it's a bumpy ride.
Like,
I don't know. I think maybe 2050. I think would be an interesting. What is it? 25 years into the future. See what happens.
Oh my God. I was like,
Nothing's
2050,
changed.
that's so far from now. And then,
I know.
oh no, that's like another one of my lifetimes. And then some.
Well, you'll be like around my age. You'll be in your 40s. So
47.
yeah.
oh,
Ugh.
41 and
Not anybody else being 47, just myself being 47.
Well, I
I'm
think
not going to be
this
47. I'm going to say 21 forever.
yeah.
right. That's
Actually,
usually what
no.
happens.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
when
say
you hit
20.
40, you just go backwards.
I'd like to stay at least like 27 or 28 forever. I'm in my 20s. My frontal cortex is developed. And like I've already had like a few years with that frontal cortex being developed. Yeah, I'd like to be one of those ages for a little while. That'd be cool.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, your friend said he's lovesick. Oh,
Lovesick. Aw.
You have a fan, Joe.
not mine.
You had to put it on the screen. Now we all see that he's
I
lovesick.
didn't. My hands are here. My hands. I didn't do it. My
Oh
hands are
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. My hands are
dirty.
right here. Look, you can't even
Here,
see.
Joe, where are your hands?
I'm
They're
not
right
doing
here.
anything.
My hands are right here.
Well, talk about the future. I think it's a good segue into the next question. What are your guys' thoughts on AI and like and where it's going or headed? You know, should we be scared of it? Should we embrace it? What are you guys thinking?
Well, I'll go first this time. I'm not afraid of AI because actually, if you ever see 90% of like our posters for a while before I got that fun logo of all of us as cartoons, I was literally AIing a picture of Rain and I, and then I decided to use Val joined us. I found that AIing, but AI makes Val look Asian. So like, you look at the other pictures, you look like that. Well, Val looked Asian. And I was like Caucasian. Caucasian. I keep putting the word Caucasian in front of Val so that she's not like Asian. And then they
what
come
did
on
you
the show and
keep
they're like,
putting that made me Asian?
I don't know. I just put girl with glasses and a cowboy hat. And they put don't know.
Huh.
And I don't know if you saw this on Instagram. You could write a message to somebody, and AI could step in and help it be happy.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I keep hitting the button by accident. It's like, no, go away.
Yeah.
I had to help my dad get off of Facebook AI searching because he was like trying to search stuff, but he signed up for like the AI thing, or he pressed the AI thing, and so it was just like giving him AI. AI was just like sending him stuff, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "Dad, press that, and then press search in Facebook, not search with the little AI circle." He's like, "Ah."
What were they giving him? Pictures?
I don't know what it was giving him. It was like AI was like searching the internet for him. Like he'd search something, and then AI would like search the internet, and then like give him like some generated thing that it like found on that subject while my dad's trying to search up something, and he's like looking for posts though, and AI is like practically like sending him messages like, "Hey, this is what you searched. Let me give you this info."
Interesting.
Yeah. So
It was funny. A few weeks ago, I was on the AI thing for Ghost Head Nerd Talk. I had almost a full conversation with AI on the Ghost Head Nerd Talk page. I was talking about, it was like, I was asking questions about Rain. I asked questions about Val. And then they're like, yeah, Rain joined the show mid-season in 2000, in blah, 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 blah. And now the show is fantastic and it's really taking off. And I'm like, now what about Val? Val started coming on the show on as a guest, but now look at this, so much better. And I was like, what do you think about it all around? What a great show. Went from Ghost Head Talk to Ghost Head Nerd Talk. What a great show. And I was like, thanks for hyping.
The AI said that?
Yes.
What AI is this?
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
It was like a cheerleader. I was like, thanks. Thank you. We do good in the club.
On my take on it, it's I'm not quite too scared. Like you say, I do like the implications of the creativity that some of it's done. Like as far as like I like that we have like AI processing to help with video cards to work with like making video better for video games. Like I saw the new Apple phone's got an AI intelligence on it, but I do like the idea of like it takes a long ass email and just summarizes it for you. I was like, that's a good idea. But then does that make us lazier though? You know, like we can't just read it ourselves and comprehend. So it's, I don't know, I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but the only thing I would get worried about is if we made it too smart and then treat it like how we treat everything that's not us is treated like shit. And that's where, like, you know, I think stuff starts happening, you know, because it wants to fend for itself. But it, like us as humans, we always seem to devalue and hate things that are not us or not the same as us. So I would hope when that day comes that if there is an intelligence that we can, you know, just treat it as equal, hopefully. I mean, but we can't even treat ourselves equal. So hopefully we'll get to that point. I always like to say, I don't think we'll evolve as humans until we can, you know, treat each other equally, you know, or, you know, get to that point. Mm-hmm. So, but I think that they're doing a lot of interesting stuff for it though. But I'm not quite sold on the whole AI picture thing. I do like original artists and original artistry, but I think there's some good stuff that you can do with it though. Maybe like little logos or a little picture here and there, but I don't think like the movie industry or places like that shouldn't cut out the human element from, you know, like from making drafts or scripts and things like that. But I think it could be a good assistant.
To kind of like go off of what you said, I'd say AI art, it's good for concept images, I would say.
Yeah.
It's good for concepts, but for like overall like logos or full on art, like there's like this I can't remember what the name of the band was. It was a popular 80s band. I think they sing that Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I can't remember what they're called.
Oh, Tears for Fears.
Yeah, and they just came out with this album recently, and they showed the album cover. I think they released the album cover of it, and it's very obviously AI art. Like it's very obvious, and like the moment I saw that, I was like, I don't like it. Like it. Had they like use that for a concept image though, and then somebody go off and do art like based off that, like they're like, hey, this is what we want, but like do some art off of it and like make it good, not AI looking, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot of missteps and stuff. I mean, I've messed with it when I was doing our Funko Pops, and like it would make like 3 eyes for Joe or this weird hat off to the side, and so yeah, it took quite a few tries to and get the wording right before it actually made something that looked like a Ghostbuster Funko Pop.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, yeah. It's something that like I've used it so much now that I'm almost afraid to use it still, because I have such a fun, like somewhat original logo now that I used with the 3 of us in it. So it kind of, in my mind, when I use that logo, it kind of makes me go back to the 90s for all that. That's the other reason why I still use the top of Joe Alphabet's logo. So I'm like, it makes it like a little tribute to Joe Alphabet. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, Joe. Canada, happy Thanksgiving. Yes.
Thanksgiving in Canada?
I think it's Thanksgiving in Canada. Yeah, I heard on the XM radio when I was at my job at that place.
Oh, okay.
I work.
I was like, we're not even past Halloween yet.
I know. I was like,
Wait, yeah, so
no,
like they have like their own like, you know, people came to their country and they celebrated with food.
Yeah, I'm fat, of course.
That's crazy.
I'd be like, welcome to Canada. Here's a turkey. I want stuffing first before I eat the turkey. I'm tired. Like, I wonder if they did the stuff to the Indians. Never mind. Don't want to get in trouble.
Native Americans.
Native American. Sorry, my whole room just shook when I said that.
Yeah. No, so with my take on AI, it's very how I said, I personally I don't like AI art. Now, concept art, I'm a little bit more lenient on that. But overall AI art, I don't like it, and I hate like constantly seeing it on like Ghostbusters fans worldwide. Like it pisses me off how many people just like to put AI art and they're like, yeah, it's pissing everybody off. Yeah, let's keep putting more. And I'm like, dude, like like it just like gets on my nerves, right? Like, and I know it's AI, and it gets on my it's annoying. It annoys me, and I
they were even using it for fake images for the hurricanes recently, and I was just like, for real? It's so
really
stupid. Yeah. They had like some pictures of some little girl crying with like a puppy in her hand, and like they were showing that it's not real. And there were like other images and stuff that were fake, you know.
Or like all like the shit that's like all over Facebook that like I just like these random pages just like come up on my page sometimes on my For You page, and it's like all these old people in comments. Yes, God bless. Oh my God, God bless. Wow, pray for these soldiers. And it's like, you know, this like really bad AI art of like, you know, soldiers or like veterans there. Like, and I'm like, dude, like this is all like so
like right fake. We could tell, but yeah, there's some people who just can't tell the difference and get duped by it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh my God, I have to keep going blocking those pages. But then there are some things, though, I will admit, I do use AI for, and that's usually with writing. So I do a lot of writing myself. I hate to admit it. I write some fanfics here and there, you know? But
no shit.
But sometimes though I do like to go and I use AI to kind of reword some things, or like because sometimes I need to say something and I'm like, that's not how it needs to be said, or I'm like, I'm trying to go for this tone but it's not working, and so I'll use AI to help me out with that. And like
I think in that aspect is cool. Yeah,
and that's some other websites I like to play around with.
Oh boy.
Don't look up character AI because I totally don't ever use that.
Joe would build a perfect woman, red hair, about 5'9", freckles.
You can build a woman on there. An AI woman. Not a real one.
Weird science. Everybody at my job knows it. You know what's funny? At my job, it's no secret that I kind of must have mentioned tall women to everybody all the guys, and
everyone's taller than you.
They say, one girl's like, Joe, man, the new girl, she's not a redhead, Joe. I'm like, and then she's like, we could find you a tall redhead. I'm like, everybody knows I must have such a big mouth. Like,
you
do. But it's fine.
Well, speaking of AI, into another segment where do you see the future of technology moving? Do you see anything moving forward? I was kind of depressed. Well, not depressed, but like when you look at the 50s and how they thought technology would move so fast, you know, it's in a sense nothing. I mean, yes, there's things that are technologically different, but when you go from like the 80s to like the 90s and up, I mean, not a whole lot has really changed, especially with like the way cities are. I mean, granted, yes, we have phones and computers, but nothing like structurally, I guess, seems to be futuristic or different. I don't know. It seems to be moving slower, in my opinion. Because when you look at like the future, like Disney futurism, you know, and they showed like all this, you know, cars that would fly and things like that. You know, we all thought we would be at that kind of point, right? Like by 2000, and we're not even near that. Or like we'd be on the moon, but we're not even near that. You know, so it's progressed in other ways, but in other ways it hasn't. So it's it's interesting to see how, you know, are we just going to be the same ahead, but just with iPhone 31 by then, you know, and a little bit different computers, you know, but are we going to, will things actually move and change, you know?
Yeah, like, will I have a hoverboard that doesn't have wheels on it? Who knows? Or will I be
I know,
old and like,
will we ever, yeah. I mean, a hoverboard for 2015?
No, geez.
yeah, like, come on, man. No holographic animals on the street that like come to promote a movie, like, rah, you know, like,
Right.
come
So I
on.
remember seeing that. I was like, oh my God, that would be so cool. And then here we are, 2015, and like, no, nothing's changed. And
Yeah.
it was a funny meme. It was like, you know, here we all, you know, back, you know, in the 80s, we're all trying to get to the future. And here we are in the future, just trying to go back to the 80s.
That's what I was thinking about. Is like, now it's like cool to have cassettes and Walkmans and you know, the records, and like now it's like
My son's 13, he wants a cassette. I'm like, no, you don't want a cassette.
Well, I mean, I really enjoy my cassettes.
Oh God.
I enjoy my cassettes, and I have a little Walkman and stuff, and like I have some headphones, and like sometimes, like, don't get me wrong, I love my Spotify, and I'm like, what kind of mood am I in? I was like, man, I want to listen to like some sad love songs right now. You know, I could like have a whole ass playlist for that. I could just search one up, or you know, like it could like just the Spotify AI can suggest good songs that I'm in the mood for, but you know, whatever. What we need AI. I'm kidding, but no, like I do like enjoy like listening to getting my little Walkman, getting like some Ozzy or something, putting it in, and like just going and having that. Like there's just something so freaking cool about it, and like I love it. I love it. And it feels like I'm listening to real music all of a sudden, not because of the music that I'm listening to, but the way I'm listening to it just feels so cool, and I love that. Like with my like shitty little old school headphones that I have that are like horrible and so uncomfortable.
I've
rather
broken
have, like,
so many of
ones.
those.
Yeah.
Well, I hope the future of like recording, something like we're doing that now on StreamYard, that I'm in PA, like Val and Rain are in different areas. Like maybe in the future there was like be like a thing you put on, almost like a virtual reality suit, a helmet and everything, that we could be in the same, it looks like we're in the same room. So like I'd be sitting in the center console at the microphone, and Val and Rain will be like next to me, like actually be able to like not touch each other, not give each other a high five or a pound. It'd just be like
that one movie, Ready Player One.
I was just gonna say Ready Player One.
Yeah,
something like that. You know what I mean?
Or that one really weird episode of Black Mirror with Anthony Mackie. But
yeah,
that would be interesting though. But then But then does that encourage people to spend more time in the virtual world versus the real world?
I would be in the virtual world. I have my virtual tall redhead. Be like, I finally found her. Joe, that's a tree. Shit.
I won't
try not to make the bad jokes.
There's so many jokes in my head. Just popping. I'm like,
you know, there's no one next to you.
Like, oh, then this must be a branch, and then you hear a guy like, "Go."
Yeah. Joe's
got wood, right?
Good joke.
Like, ooh, it's hard.
Bro, let go.
Let go. Never let go. Never letting go. What happened to your arm? Is she bleeding?
I feel like we're on different pages here, Joe.
What's
do
that?
You see like cars moving into electricity? Do you think we're all going to go all electric?
Nah.
I actually saw there's a Toyota actually came out with a zero emission engine, like an actual combustion engine, but I think it uses like hydrogen though. But it's an actual. What's neat is that it's an actual, instead of a huge fuel cell like it would be like for like a giant battery, it's actually a fuel cell like this big. It's like a giant AA battery, and you would just replace them and in and out of the tank of the vehicle, and that would be your fuel supply. I thought that was really neat. So it's basically like a giant car that would run on a giant AA battery, or I mean a giant car, duh. Car that would run on a giant AA battery that you just replace when it needs fuel, but it's hydrogen fuel, but it's zero emission because it just emits water. So I thought that was really neat. It'd be kind of interesting to see if we go that way versus the whole electricity thing. not against electric cars, though I hate Tesla for other reasons. But I mean, I like the idea, but if we're destroying more, taking more minerals and stuff out of the ground than it does to create a stupid battery versus, what we're getting back out of it, just seems redundant. Because then if we're relying on all these different materials and minerals out of other countries, then we're just strip mining other countries just to make batteries for cars, which I think is ridiculous. And then it puts monopoly on, well, not monopoly, but other countries that, like how we are dependent on oil, so I mean, it's that we're dependent on other countries for more resources, and do something where we don't need to be dependent on other countries for shit, kind of. That makes sense,
Yeah.
I mean, if we can create hydrogen batteries here in our, that makes them cheaper, versus, having to rely on another fossil fuel or something like that.
Heck yeah.
I guess I'm the next to bring up a thing about the. I see maybe us going all electric, because I see a lot of, like at my house, we have the thing on top of our house that controls the hot water. And
solar?
Solar. We have solar in my house for the hot water. It keeps it nice and toasty during the winter time. But like I'm the 90s kid / 80s kid. Like I'm so used to just seeing cars with the gasoline. But by my house, there's a lot of like those little charging stations.
Oh yeah.
And it's so weird to see that like right by a Wendy's, like lined up. And I'm just like, I'm ready to see this new age with the cars, but will the cars all explode? like
Probably with electric, I guess it wouldn't. I mean, yeah.
Like traffic. Will people all be in their old new age? We're in the future. All the Teslas and traffic, bumper to bumper traffic, and then boom, 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 and I'm just like, I'm glad we're not in one of those kind of like yeah.
No, I don't know if we would go. I don't want to say we're not going to go all electric. I think it is very possible, but not for. I don't think in our lifetime, personally,
Maybe not,
especially because there's still like there's still a lot of cars that are being made that are gas, and there's going to be cars that are going to continue being made that are gas until eventually people are just like, hey, we can't make gas anymore, or gas.
Well, in Washington is now a law you can't sell any brand new cars by 2030 that are combustion engine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So see, shit like that could be happening more and more. And
right.
I think once, and it's kind of like how, like the cars right now, like, okay, right now, you don't see classic cars as much. And they're kind of just dying out. They're sitting in the back of people's backyards. They're resting. They're
because baby boomers have bought them all, and they're really fucking expensive now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to like.
But like, there's just also just not as many as.
Absolutely, Cujo around you right now, Val. Don't be saying that about my Biscayne, my baby. Don't be talking shit, Val.
There's just not as many though. Like, yeah, like okay, like yeah, there are like. Some of the nice ones are being bought up and stuff by the baby boomers, but also there's just not as many. Like they're dying out. And one day the cars that we have today, these gas vehicles, are going to die out. And I think, it's going to be one of those things where I think one day we're going to be like, oh, look, we're going to be looking at our kids or grandkids or something like that car runs on gas and it doesn't run on electric like these new cars do, And I think it's I don't think we're gonna see it in our lifetime all electric, but I think it could happen. And it's gonna be one of those things where the tables are gonna turn and it's gonna be not gas stations. Well, what we know as gas stations, I think, are gonna kind of turn into like charging stations with like a couple gas pumps lined up, and people are gonna look and like, who the hell is using a gas pump? Stupid.
Yeah.
Like, look, there's nobody over there. Why don't they just turn those into charging stations? Like, I could totally see that happening.
Yeah.
The one only gas station in PA that'll be by me where I live in Milford. It'll be that one gas station still left, and like nobody goes there. And it's this kid. This like in my head immediately I think of that freaking kid from The Simpsons that works in the movie theater. They're like, you go in to buy a soda, and you're like, you're still here. I don't have a job. I need this. I don't. No one gets gasoline. I'm here just to sell Slurpees and cigarettes and beer.
Well, they'll have AI powered pumps by then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny you said about gas because I remember in iRobot, Will Smith's riding the motorcycle and the girl's on the back with him, and she's like, this takes gas. Gas explodes. I'm just like, yeah, that I can totally see. Like what you were saying, kind of something like that, stupid like that would have happened.
Yeah.
But I used to always have an old Volkswagen from the 60s. I've had 6 of them, and I had an old VW bus, and you could easily buy a cheap VW, and it wasn't in like the best shape, but you could still get it running and a good decent car for like $2,000. Now they get that same kind of car is like close to 10. It's like $10,000 for that bullshit, and I'm like, that's ridiculous that they, because so many of the older generation, because they're so fond of those vehicles, have bought so many up. So that's why I don't see nearly as many, but a lot of people don't take the time to fix old cars anymore. That was like a different generation. So I can see that. Because I mean, who wants to fix up a 2010, Toyota, whatever, I mean, I don't know. And there will be some people, I guess, if it's like a 4Runner, but who's going to fix up like a 2008 Corolla? No one.
No.
So yeah, I think, older cars from like the 50s, 60s, maybe 70s. I mean, you have your 80s truck,
Square bodies.
I think the 1900s, vehicles will be, will be kind of more collectors or stuff, except for stuff maybe in the 90s. I think 80s is where it will end. But yeah, I could totally see, who's going to fix that stuff up, from like a 2001 Saturn, no one. It's going to rot in the junkyard.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just weird to think this world, like, of certain things that probably not going to exist in the future. Like, I love going to baseball games and football games. There'll probably be,
I don't think that'll end.
Like, going to a live game, it'll probably be like you go on the Ticketmaster app. You'll have the AR, the big glasses like they're trying to get on Facebook. And
you want virtual reality really badly, I can tell.
I don't want it, but like I feel like they've been saying it for a few years that we may lose public outings, like going to a
that shit when Oculus Rift came out, and and that's why Facebook bought into it with the whole metaverse shit, and that never happened. I think people, I mean, it was the same when we had the pandemic. And people were dying to get back into the movie theater, the concerts, and the shows, and all that stuff. People want to get out of the house. Yeah, there will still be some who, like, if it's easier for them to maybe see a concert, I could see that could be. But I mean, you still have it on TV. I guess it's more the accessibility. But I mean, who wants to go? I mean, I would love to go see like a concert, but I would like to go be there in person.
Yeah, like then you're just watching a 360 video in your VR set.
Exactly. You're not feeling, that energy, that atmosphere. You're just basically watching something on a screen, essentially, is all you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I got to talk.
I mean, they all thought that, that movies were going to move towards just streaming. I mean, and they have, but yet people have moved back to the movie theater because it's that outing that's, that's fun. Going to the movie theater, getting the popcorn, sitting down. I mean, I couldn't imagine watching Deadpool Wolverine without that huge audience of people that were there. It was just so much fun, the laugh and that energy of hearing all that. It was the same when I saw Ghostbusters when I was a kid. Everyone laughing at those scenes. You won't get that energy sitting at home,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's room for both.
Yeah, and like I love watching new movies in the theater too, because one thing, there's like that whole like energy of like the other people, like watching a movie with other people who are like also really wanting to watch this movie too. And you're all just so excited for it. And like you could just like feel like the tension whenever like it starts. And I love watching a movie in the theaters. And I hate watching new movies that come out. I hate waiting until they come out on streaming because a lot of times my dad will be like, hey, I want to watch it too. And I'm like, okay. And then like 30 minutes in, hey, let's pause it really quick. Okay. 30 minutes in, oh, hey, hang on, my phone's call, or like someone's calling me. Oh, hey, they're like, I'm going to get up again. I'm like, dude, like, we just sit and watch a movie? Like, I want to, like, he's like a casual movie watcher. Me, I like to sit there and like devote all of my energy and attention to this film that somebody put together for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5, whatever. I want to sit there and watch it. Like,
No, I agree with you because yeah, if I'm here watching a new movie at home, like my phone will pop up Instagram or something like a notification, and then my attention turns to my phone, and then I'm not watching the movie. Versus yeah, when I'm in the movie theater watching it, yeah, the phone's down, turned off, I'm like focused on it. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm an asshole, right? So
No,
What the way?
yeah, and so I didn't do this the last time I went to the theater because I was with like a group of people that I hadn't gone to the theater with. So I don't want to I didn't want them to like be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So in the row in front of me, there was somebody who kept getting on their phone, and I was like really getting annoyed because usually what I do when somebody in front of me is on their phone, I get a piece of popcorn and I throw it at them. And then I just continue watching the movie. And I see them like start looking around. That's funny. Like and I get another and I don't even look at them. And like I like watching them like turn off their phone and then they like check it again. Like
Get out
and
of
then they
here.
eventually stop. But it gets on my damn nerves when people are like checking their phones in the theaters. Like, don't you dare!
Silence is golden. Turn your shit off.
Damn courtesy.
Yeah, no shit.
I do like Rain. I turn my cell phone off when I saw Afterlife. Only reason I had my phone on is before to take a picture of Baby Slimer eating his popcorn before the movie. Mm-hmm. He said it was yummy. I thought the popcorn was mid. Baby Slimer was with me to watch Frozen Empire. He didn't want any popcorn. He said the popcorn was nasty. He didn't want to admit it. But like, I turn my phone off. I literally have it off. If I have to make a video before the movie, I'll save the video, and then everything will go off, go into my pocket or my flight suit, and just done. Quiet time. Movies are supposed to be something of an event for you or whoever your family is. Like this is the next topic I wanted to do. If you can get stuck in any video game from the past or present, what video game would you get stuck in forever?
Interesting.
I'm going to start off.
So are you talking about if I wanted to be in Pac-Man, it would be 8-bit, or are you talking about it would be like realistic?
A realistic thing. You know what game I would want to get stuck into forever? I don't know if you ever played it. Streets of Rage. Do you remember Streets of Rage?
A little bit, yeah.
The white guy, the black guy, and the girl. I would definitely get my own character. I'd be like wearing like a rocker t-shirt or whatever, band t-shirt with my hat flipped up like this, my green glasses, and I'll just be like, because when they stop, they do this. I'll be like this. Yeah. That'll be my alternate outfits. Will be like Ghostbusters t-shirt, some kind of Metallica t-shirt, and then the bottom will be just my pajama pants and a bunch of Crocs. Yes, I said it, people. I'd be fighting Crocs.
I have a couple of choices. It has to be just one.
Because I have two choices.
Yeah, I have like three.
Okay, go on, ladies.
You want to take turns?
Sure. Okay. One of them that comes to mind is Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Because I like that early Republic era. It seemed really interesting and cool.
Okay.
Nice.
And the original Xbox like PC game, not the online multiplayer bullshit. So.
Okay. OG shit.
I think one of my two games that I would like to be stuck in is the 2009 Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Why did I think of that?
Cool as fuck.
That would you expand the world? Would you trick the computer and try to walk to different parts of the city, or would you just stay in the map?
Well, I would hope though that if I'm like stuck in this video game, like it would be more of like, open world, and like we actually like instead of like, just like going from one place to the next, like just showing up at one place. I would hope that there's like driving in between, going through the streets of New York in the Ecto 1 or whichever one it was in that video game, just like flying through. No. It was an Ecto something. I don't know what they changed. I don't know if they changed the license plate.
No. Well, the Z was the boat at the end.
Ecto B?
I want to ride in the Ecto Z,
something like that.
I want to do all of that. Like that would be so cool. And then the proton packs have all the different settings and shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, the slime
freezer.
stasis, Space and Collider, which my pack changes all those. Yeah, there's video game modes on it.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Rain, back to you.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Hell yeah.
Because I mean, medieval days, but also I don't know, it'd be just a huge, vast area, and like I mean, dragons, and like and all the different characters, and like you plot your you're not just one person, you could be whatever you want, and all the different dungeons, and it's just more. I don't know, felt like more possibilities. But Skyrim is such a popular game, and it's had so many different mods added to it. I think it would be really fun to be stuck in something like that.
The one game I would not want to get stuck in, and it sounds kind of bad, and a lot of people know, be like, "Oh, come on, it's kind of a fun game." I would not want to get stuck in Mortal Kombat. I'd be afraid I'd walk the wrong way and just get executed by a spike. Be like, I'm talking like him, and you're like, Joe, just like, he's got an extra life, doesn't he? Finish him.
Arnar.
Joe, no. Rain's like, I guess I'm the host now. He died.
All right, your turn, Val.
Okay, I'd say another game I'd want to get stuck in. It's a really random game. Not really, but there's like nothing like super fucking crazy and cool about this game that makes you want to get stuck in it. But it's because it's so chill. I would like to get stuck in it, and that's Stardew Valley. I would like to get stuck in Stardew, right? Just be there on my little farm, away from the world. I in like this like little town with like little magical little apples that go around and shit. And
not Animal Crossing.
I've never played Animal Crossing.
Really?
Never played it. But no, Stardew. And then I'd like to be able, because I've always wanted to like have my own little farm, but it's too goddamn complicated. In Stardew, you just and then get a planet, and then you water, and then boom, you're done. Like do that. If I want to spend a day fishing, I can. If I want to spend a day in the mines, I could go mining. Right,
and nothing's gonna hurt you, right?
It will, but it's fine.
Because
look, I get to like mine slimes, like kill those little guys, and I get to kill ghosts. Come on.
The other game I think I would love to get stuck in is Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
You're just driving around freaking a race. Like you and then throw banana peels out.
Though after a while.
I just got finished watching the Mario Brothers movie, and I'm just like, I'm bad. I'd knock on the other castle. I like Joe, go meet Princess whatever, I forgot the main princess's name. And I'm like, I know how this one ends. Nah, Luigi, where's the other castle? I got some ideas. But that's my girlfriend. Not no more.
Oh my god, you just reminded me of something. I need to write something down really quick.
Joe, stop talking about redheads.
Sorry, I gotta write something down really quick. You jogged my memory. Okay.
You gotta remember what the other princess's name was.
Luigi's girl?
Was it,
no, Lavender, right? Princess Daisy?
There's Peach.
Peach. Princess Peach is the original princess.
Yeah.
Isn't it Daisy?
Peach. I was pointing up to Rain. I was like, we both said Peach. But...
Yeah, because I just finished watching the movie. It's Princess Peach is the original princess.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was going to write down. Okay.
I think the other one is Rosalinda. I'm not too sure.
It's something along those lines. The one with like the blonde hair and like the teal dress or something.
Yeah, I think that's Rosalinda.
Yeah. Got it.
Well, the other game I would also like being is a Mass Effect. And I think the Mass Effect series would be cool. Flying around different galaxies, different spaces with all the different species. But also the combat and being able to fight the Geth, or make friends. I like RPGs.
Those are cool. The Space Invaders kind of style too. It'd be kind of cool to play, like go into Space Invaders and just be like, pew 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 pew, just shooting all the little aliens as they come down. You have to shoot them so they don't land. You're like,
Oh, that was one of my favorite episodes of Futurama. Was like, what if life were a video game? And he's like, yeah, it's Space Invaders and Donkey Kong, and yeah, it was really good one. Yeah.
Pac-Man
General
gets
Cole
killed.
Pac-Man.
This that episode, Pac-Man dies. No,
Yeah. Well, it was cool because it was Zoidberg accidentally eats Fry, and he's like, "It's okay, I had another guy."
That episode was funny.
It was a great episode, yeah.
There's so many games that I think if I can get, and you think I would immediately would have said like WWE SmackDown. I'd just be like The Rock's like, I'm gonna beat you up, and I'm like, not if you can't catch me. What do you mean? Run up all the way up like I used to. It happened to me when I used to play the old SmackDown games. I'd be online fighting a wrestler, and he'd run out of the ring, do like this default run against the barricade, and they'd run up the stairs till you get all the way to the top, and this camera used to go with the guy, so the camera go from in the ring around the ring, and it would go all the way to the tippy top of the top stairs of the arena, and everything would get this big, and the guy would get in the microphone, "You suck," and then he would leave, and I'm like, oh man.
Val's thinking really hard. I can see it on her
I'm
face.
thinking really hard. My brain's going in like 20 different directions, and like I'm listening to like all these like different sounds that are going on around me, like this, and then something in the living room, and then something outside, and I'm just like.
I can hear my cat
mascot crying.
Also, Baldur's Gate. That's another game. Anyways,
that was the other one I was going to choose was Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
And Fallout was another one, but I probably would have chosen. I know it's a nuclear apocalypse, but it's fucking fun now.
What about
BioShock? I think BioShock would be another good one. Yeah.
What's another?
What about like Resident Evil? Would you guys want to get stuck in there?
No.
Too much.
The moment you said it, nah.
Not today.
I mean, I'll play the game, but no, I don't want to be in it. No, thank you. Yeah.
I could run, but I'd probably fall, and they'll be like,
"You want to what?
Okay,
I'd like to get
real
stuck
slow,
in
right?
Dead by Daylight." Hell yeah! I'm kidding now.
Oh my gosh, so many games I played during COVID. I'd try to get in a hockey game and I'd fall once. And it's Peter Griffin the whole game. They'll be like, "Joe, we're in the fourth quarter, and we need you to score a goal so the Islanders go win the Stanley Cup." I'm like,
I like the lowest version where she's all
yeah. We need to get that emoji, or like when something happens and we have to go to one of us has to pee, that and then has the monkey pulling the plug. It's like, what else is there? Oh my gosh! How about Barbie's Funhouse? That they used? Remember that Sega game that had the Barbie Funhouse? Did you ever hear about that one?
No. Though I liked the Looney Tunes Crazy Castle or something like that. I think I remember that one.
Luigi's Mansion. How about get stuck in Luigi's Mansion? He's kind of a Ghostbuster.
But then he just sucks.
Yeah, you just reminded me of this game I used to play on my DS as a child. It's a random ass game that like someone like gave me when I was like 5 years old. And they like it was like a My Little Pony game or something. I don't know. You said Barbie, and then I thought Pink, and then I thought Pink game, and then I thought My Little Pony, and then I thought of this game that like I got so good at.
A lot of random games like that.
Because like I didn't really have too many games yet. Like I had like Super Mario, but I already played it through. So then like I just like play My Little Pony. Except the thing is that I got to the point where I was like speed running this game, speed running My Little Pony. And like I would finish the game in like an hour, and like this entire game as like a 5 or 6 year old.
Damn.
Something just I just like explained my whole entire thought process and how I got from like Barbie Dreamhouse to like over here. But
right.
I was like, I gotta share this with the world right now. And it was like was it Pinkie Pie Party or something? Hang on.
The game
when I had my DS, a bunch of friends of ours, we all had DSs, but we hacked our DSs so we could play ROMs. and it was like right in the beginning of the hacking thing. And because DS was the only real handheld at the time. I think there was PlayStation Vita, and there was, I think, a PlayStation Portable. It was around that time or a little bit after. But yeah, I used to have it was a card you stuck into the back with an SD card that would fit into it, and I think we would download the ROMs that were already cracked. It was pretty interesting. Had I still have my DS with all my ROMs still on it.
Dog, it was Pinkie Pie's party. Yo,
Was it?
Party. You gotta can we show the cover, or does it have music attached to it? Because
No, I'm just looking at I just looked up Pinkie Pie Party and went to images.
I thought of another game that I would definitely like to get stuck into, and then just play this game forever, because I don't know if they still have it up. Who here, and anybody that's watching this after listening on Spotify, who remembers playing Farmville?
Didn't do the Farmville. Yeah, the Facebook games. I didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh my God. I totally, during before COVID, my mom, she would sign into my Facebook, and I'm like, oh geez, that's good and bad.
Yeah, it was like, I'll play a real video game and not just this Facebook game. Is what was my
mom, she would sit and play it, and she would request all my friends that played Farmville to send carrots, and all these girls that all the cashiers, because I was a greeter, so I had all these female cashiers going, Joe, can you send me carrots? Joe, can you send me beets? Can you? My mom, please stop sending people requests to send vegetables. And I had to tell the girls, that's not me sending you requests for the beets or the carrots or apples or potatoes. That's my mom. Well, tell your mom to send it then. And I'm like, Mom, they really, really like you. Just keep sending shit, please. I would want to get stuck there and be a farm boy forever. Gotta find tell me to be my mom.
Yep, didn't play it.
It was kind of and there was a zombie game there that was on there too. A shooter is a first-person shooter.
Gangster game. I forget, because some people would tell me they wanted right. I forget what.
Mafia World, whatever. But there was a zombie game that was on Facebook that you had to shoot the zombies sniper style before they got through the gate. And it was a weird game. I can't think of the name. The logo was badass. I'm like, why did whenever a big company grabbed this game and put it on Xbox or PlayStation? Because I had people that played it, and they were like, how the fuck is this not on PlayStation yet? Had a team, and they got trapped in this area, and I'm like, you got all these guns, you got a cool sniper rifle that you would shoot, and you could move that with your keyboard, you could move up, down, right, left, right, and then shoot the barrels so that explode, and the zombies they would explode away. But I was
reminds me of Left 4 Dead. That was a good one.
That's what it was. Val just when you do that, Val, you have to do this.
Your old people in your Facebook games.
I don't even think people still. If you're still sending me Farmville stuff, bless your heart.
Does it even exist anymore?
I don't even know. I still get memories. Bless your heart.
Yeah, games on your phone. Yeah.
God, yeah. Actually, I do. I have games on my phone, but I don't play them. I'm always so damn busy. I mean, I have KOTOR on my phone. I even subscribe to Apple Arcade, and I still don't play anything on there though.
I occasionally play Pokemon Go when I remember.
I got friends who still play Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that one's cool. I like Pokemon Go.
It's chill.
I never got into Pokemon. That was the whole Pokemon craze was shortly after I was in high school, and that just wasn't something I got into.
Yeah. Dang, you're missing out, Rain.
That's what everyone says.
I'd love to have you on Pokemon Go as my friend, and send you cool shit.
I get people who tell me that. Yeah.
It's still who remembers Ghostbusters, the Ghostbusters travel game?
You said that, yeah. No, I don't remember that one.
I was so mad the day before when they announced that they were getting rid of it. They let you had everything, and I was such a dick. I kept updating. My pack was gold, and in one of the areas that I was in, it had these one of the ghosts was like a powerful, like Japanese dragon, like a lion. It's a lion. And I used to make fun of my. I changed name to Simba. them changed their names, so his new name was Simba. So when I was with my old coach, I go, "It's a lion." Like changed and made him yellow. I was like, "Simba, it's my boy. Kick his ass, Simba." Lion. Disney's just going strike.
You can say a name.
No, it's just like I told my friend when he showed him the picture, I was like, somewhere Lion Disney is going. What's his address? I got somebody's ass.
I thought I had anxiety. You got anxiety.
Being a creator on this channel, this platform for 8 years, it's just it even like looking at the studios, I go, oh, okay. By the way, if you're watching this, hi, my neighbor. Hey, how are you? Love what you do for YouTube. Search. Yeah. Okay, what else? What other random topics you want to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen?
Let me think.
I have some, but I mean, I talk too much, so.
I talk more than you. Like,
I have my random like moments where I'm like, yeah, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here now.
Never mind.
Like you just belong for the ride.
Yeah, pretty much. Just completing those side quests, you know.
Side quests, yeah.
Heck yeah.
You achieved what? You lot.
Well, here's one. So if it kind of deals with more of the future, but do you ever see us exploring space? Like getting out further into our solar system, getting onto the moon finally, having colonies and planets on, colonies on Mars or things like that. I don't know if I'd see it in my lifetime, but I remember being as a kid, because I went to space camp when I was a kid in the 80s, 2 years in a row. And I was
nerd.
Yeah.
I wish I had that video of
astronauts so bad. And there's a movie called Space Camp, and that was one of my favorite movies because it had Leah Thompson in it. And it also has there's another actor too, but it's Joaquin Phoenix when he was still going by his other name, Leaf Phoenix. And when he was really young. It's but it had this little robot Jinx in it, and they were like they sent these kids up into space by accident, and it was really cool. I love that movie. And then all of us at Space Camp, I would hope that was something that would happen to us. But it was a lot of fun. But I always was interested in space travel, and I was hoping that we would have space travel by now or something like that. Especially when you see movies like Star Wars, you like travel to different planets and different colonies. And I mean, I get it. We need to fix the home we got now, but I mean, there is still space exploration.
No, let's go destroy more planets instead.
I mean, no one else is a species, probably.
You know what I would like to venture? I would like to venture outside of the solar system and see what's further out there than staying in this solar system. If there's like a portal, I would like to be like Star Wars and just like and go right and see where I end up. Unless I'm an idiot, I'll end up like in some kind of like void, and I'm just like, son of a bitch. What was like?
Was it insane? Aliens ride past our planet or our solar system and lock the door.
It's like try to get back down, motherfucker. Clicking.
Like too dangerous.
It's dark and scary in here, and there's something slithering next to me, going. Something touched my leg in here. You deserved it. Like an alien, like what's his name from Futurama? What's his face?
There's a ton of aliens in that show.
What's his name? The one that is in love
no,
with the
it's
Asian
that
girl.
one.
Oh, Kif. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kif.
He's like,
yeah.
He'll be like, you deserved it. In Kip voice, you deserved it. Jerk.
No, I mean, so do you ever see us like going into like a Star Trek kind of, like futurism, like we're got a federation of, do you ever see something like that? Don't everybody answer at once.
No, wait for Val.
I gotta think about this. Hold on. I'm a
I think
little
that more
familiar with Star Trek, so
Oh, okay.
I'm like trying
I mean,
to
don't
like
try to,
grasp
like,
whatever knowledge I do know, and I'm like, how do I answer with this little bit that I do know? And not
Just
really.
got to do my Star Trek thing. I got to click on my franchise logo, and all of that disappear into another room. Sorry, shoosh, and just disappear.
You know what? Rain, yes.
You think we will?
Yeah.
Elaborate.
You know,
Put you on the
it's-
spot now.
Oh, you hear that? Rocket's howling. He's got to go outside.
Ooh, look at the time.
everybody night nights. Val's our mascot has to go to the bathroom. He's important. He is important. He's a good boy.
Hi.
He's a good boy. Rain, we got to take a trip together, go to Texas and hang out with Val and Rocket. That'd be funny.
We just all need to go to Universal and go to the Halloween Horror Nights for a Ghostbuster night.
Ugh.
Or something like that, you know.
As I'm saying, next year,
Next year.
Papa Panther said he'd take a trip with me to New York to go to Ghostbusters Day. He's like, good, depending on the day, you can go. And I'm like, please, baby Jesus, have Val and Rain going on the same day. And we
Sweet baby
all
Jesus.
can meet. Baby Jesus, baby Ghostbusters
There in
Jesus.
your little.
I would love to go to New York, but yeah, it's a bit pricey. I'm pretty certain.
I just said that, Rain. My dad said if you were gonna come for Ghostbusters Day, you could stay at her house. So that's my dad said that. Papa Panther
But that
said
doesn't
it.
include airfare.
Like you could land in Scranton and then we'll pick you up from there. Like
New Jersey?
But the thing is, would you be able to bring your proton pack? That's the only problem.
Yeah,
Like-
I probably wouldn't be able to bring anything like that. I'd be too afraid that they would fuck it up on the flight. I would have to give it a huge trunk, and I mean, I probably would have to ship it in the friggin' the HasLab box.
Ship it in my
You know,
house. My house.
enjoy it.
My mom would be like, "What the hell is this box that Rain sent?" Mom, it's your proton pack. Oh, it's that thing you play with in the basement. Yes, Mom, it's my toy.
Yes,
Well, I
it's
mean,
my
I
light
would-
up backpack.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, though I would
I
love
get-
to bring it to something like that.
I remember
But, I mean,
whenever I first. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say that bitch heavy.
Yeah, I have an old one that I will whenever you come, you'll finally get a chance to see my original proton pack. It's just a fucking speaker with lights that blink when the speaker's on. It just goes boom, 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 and the lights blink. The three lights blink. Yeah, I'm 5'1", and it I would have it on, and it was on my back. I was like this, walking around with this big ass proton pack on my back with a gun that's like this big, that it didn't even light up. It had the wand that turns it on, just a click, 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 just like a toy. It didn't even do anything. And the wand, the cord was an actual like speaker cord. So this
Really?
guy put this pack together on with 3D printed shit, and I bought it. I was like, I have to have this. It's a proton pack. Oh, like, yeah, $200. Can't go wrong with that.
Sure, that could make you something better.
I know. It just, yeah. I think I showed you a picture of it. It doesn't look for $200. I was just like, take my money. It's like, fuck.
I want to see.
No, there
this.
was a point I was actually gonna start my own like prop shop building smaller proton packs if I can move my thumb the right way. But that was before they went to the full size spirit. It was when the smaller spirit size packs. I was gonna sell them all like super done up, but yeah, it kind of fell through.
Aw.
Darn.
I mean, I
Ooh.
still got to ship, my chipper to Natalie. I still got to ship it to her. Natalie, if you're watching, I'll ship it soon. I promise.
We're definitely gonna have to have Natalie back on this year. We actually, when we work with Val,
She's in Australia. It's $500 to ship that bitch. So.
We're taking a trip
Natalie
to
can pay
Australia.
it.
She actually offered to pay for it. So yeah, I just got to go get the quote and get the done. I just been so busy.
I can
just
see
gotta
her
look for
going,
another-
"Where's my thing, man?" Her
I just
sweet
got booked for
Australian accent.
another gig tomorrow night at the club, one of the clubs that I do, and then I
Oh.
have yeah. Then I have another club event Friday and a house party Saturday, a house party Sunday. Like, busy.
Dang, you got all these house parties. I've never even been to a house party.
Really?
Like,
Oh shit.
just waiting. Well, I went to one, but like I don't really know if I'd count it as a house party. It was just a bunch of friends hanging out, getting drunk. But
I mean, it's still, yeah.
I mean, there's like 10 of us, maybe max.
Yeah, that's still a party. Yeah.
Guys, I went to a party.
Yeah.
And that was like
at a party
years ago. But
a party doesn't mean like 500 people or 60 people. I mean, well, my crew of friends, we were like 6 or 7 or 8 of us, yeah, and we would just throw down and have huge parties and then have people come,
dang.
people want to hang out with us. So,
Hell yeah.
It's crazy that people think that like, oh, to be cool, you have to go to parties. You don't have to go to a party. Your friends could come to your house, or you can go to their house and get some beer and get some chips and just watch a fucking movie. Like, what's the big hubbub going to a giant party? I'd say back college Joe would have slapped me in the back of the head and said, don't lie to your friends. You used to go to parties, asshole. You used to be the drunk guy, Joe. Don't say that. And dancing with every girl that's at the party.
I mean, that was like my life from like 96 till like 2000 was just nothing but parties like every fucking weekend during the week. I mean, we were old enough then, yeah, there was no, work wasn't a big deal. Didn't have many responsibilities. So we partied like every fucking night. It's like, it's Wednesday. What are we doing? Yeah, we're getting drunk tonight or something. We would just go out, go do something. And then the weekend would come. Yeah. And lose track of time. We would party like every fucking night.
That sounds cool as fuck.
But I went to Walmart every.
I mean, that's how like the DJing started. With stuff like that. It was just so much fun. Yeah. I mean, we would. It was so bad to where I worked at Starbucks, so we had my Starbucks crew of friends, and we would literally we would close and then party all night, and then we would open the next day. But not even sleep because you have coffee, so what the fuck you need to sleep for? But then you would get off your shift around like 1 or 2 o'clock or something, and then we would go home and then sleep, and then come back to where the closing shift was, and then when they would close, then we would party with them, and it was like that back and forth like all the time. And then, or we would, because we were in LA, so it was only a 5-hour drive to Vegas, and so we would all like hit up Vegas for like a day and a half while another shift took over, stuff like that. We would do that kind of shit all the time. We would drive to Vegas and hang out there and get really wasted, then get all stoned and drive home. And just another 5-hour drive. It's
dog.
Yeah.
That sounds
yeah.
so.
Yeah, it was really crazy in those days too. Plus traffic wasn't as fucking nuts as it was like now. So you could literally get, to Vegas within 5-6 hours. It wasn't as bad. Now it takes longer just because of all the traffic trying to get out of LA. Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. But it was so much. It was a lot of fun.
I remember living on Long Island, and I'd stay at my friend's house. My mom would drop me off on a Friday in the afternoon at my friend's house, and he dropped me off. I'd go in the bathroom, change into a different pair of clothes, like something from a movie. The girl's like, "Yes, Mom, we're just gonna hang out." And then go in the bathroom, and be like, "Yes." Come out in my fancy boy pants. Come out. My mom would be gone. She left. Come out. Go in the bathroom, change my shirt. We walk the other direction to the supermarket, and go get a case of beer. And I'm like, Victory Row, yeah. Joey, you just got here. 2 beers. Pour in 1 big glass. Ready to go. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm just going to say here, let's get drunk.
Oh, God. My mom was mad overprotective. It was like living with the Gestapo. You had to, which actually was a great skill because then I learned how to make really intricate excuses for things like on the fly very quickly, because my mom would find the logic and or the crack and where your story would be, and then exploit it and then catch you in your lie and get really in trouble. But yeah, she would come in and be like, give me a hug and sniff, did you smell like weed? You smell like alcohol, and give me the 3rd degree, like that kind of shit. It happened, I think, until yeah, I think I was still in my 30s when I was still partying here and there. And then she was just like still doing the same thing. Like, like every time I give her a hug, like, hey, what's up? And then she'd be like, well, you smell like cigarettes, or you smell like, you smell like weed. I'm like, yeah, I'm smoking. I don't give a fuck. It was a lot of shit like that all the time. It was just nonstop.
Damn.
But yeah, it was like living with like a Russian KGB agent, or something.
God.
She was really good. I mean, she should have been a friggin' like interrogator, because she was really good at finding the crack in your story. Like, no, that doesn't make sense because you just said this, and I would be like, fuck.
That's why with me, I plan my stories like way ahead of time. And
I learned to do that.
And I make sure that just in case anybody else who I'm involved with, they know the story too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
thanks to that skill, I get out of work very easily now, because now I have the plausible stories. I would give my mom a plausible story all the time.
It was so much easier for me because sometimes I know how to get to the person I used to hang out with, his house. So I told my mom, okay, I got my bag. I'm walking there. I used to live in CI, Central Islip. So I could walk to Hop Hogs. I knew which way to walk. So I'd walk there, and then I'd call my mom on their phone, or like I used to have a flip phone at that point. Go, yeah, I made it. Okay, I'll when do you want me to pick you up? Sunday, whatever time you guys are available, or I could walk home. Okay, no, we're gonna pick you up. We'll pick you up by like 12, 1 o'clock. Okay. So I get there. I'm okay. I'm gonna go change. Joe, your parents aren't here. I don't want to be wearing this when I go get beer. And then those stupid ass kids are outside going, "Can you buy us beer?" And me and my buddy used to go, "No, can you go fuck yourself?" Go fuck yourself.
Damn, I got my license when I was 16, and I never had my mom pick me up again.
Because there was one time that I went to that kid's house. It was the other kid that I used to hang out with. He didn't drink the beer. I bought the beer. And then I was like, okay, I'm bored sitting here on your back porch, on your couch drinking beer. I had my 3 or 4 beers. And I said, I'm going to walk around the community, see if there's any like booming music going on. I walked into this house, grabbed one of their beers drinking. And then I noticed the crowd a little different than most. And then I hear, oh shit, the cops. So the front door opens. I see a cop standing in the doorway, and there was a back door of like one of those old, like those apartments that have the sliding door. I literally just walk out the back, put the beer down I had in my hand, pour a little bit out, put it under my jacket, and look around at the kids. They're all scrambling. I walked out the back door, just walked past everybody else, and just walked out like a video game. I just like Grand Theft Auto style. I just walked out, poured a little bit out of the beer, and I just walked out for my homies. And I just walked out of the back of the house and walked back to my friend's house. And he could see all the sirens and everything in the community. He's like, oh my God, Joe, are you okay? What happened? And I'm just like, yeah, that was at the party I was at. What kind of party was it? I think it was a house party, and the kids looked like they were about 18. Did anybody see you? Nah, I'm good. He's like, you're so fucking lucky you didn't get arrested.
Okay. That's where that short height comes in.
Yeah, I just blended. It was weird. I was just like, all I'm thinking is, oh fuck, my parents.
You're the short height, and then you get that the baseball cap that's like red and yellow and blue, and it has a little propeller on top, and like boom, like no one will suspect a thing.
At the time, it's a Yankee cap because everything I wore was a Yankee hat, and I had a little bit of hair still on my head. So I was like, and I think I had maybe a mustache or like had a little 5 o'clock shadow. So I was just like, ooh, none of these bitches have facial hair. Ooh, I better get out of here. And the rest of them are all Caucasian. They're all white kids. So I'm like, ooh, I look like the dark kid in the party. They will cops my ass. Get on the ground. He Latino. Get him.
You Latino.
Get him. He Latino. Get him. Woof. You go back to Mexico. Mexican, Puerto Rican, fuck.
No more chimichangas for you tonight. I'm kidding.
We'll be getting chimichanga then, Jay. Getting the chimichanga.
I'm Hispanic, by the way, just before anybody starts getting upset.
Puerto Rican.
I just want to throw that out there. But
Yeah, it's so funny. I was watching something today and I heard Val's phrase, no, wait. I saw it on something.
wait.
And I thought, Val, you need to make a t-shirt, put the logo on the front, our logo, and on the back, do it. No. Wait.
I gotta put Frank Castle on the front, like that shot where it's like really close up to his face and he's crying. He's like, that's the one. That's gotta like be right there, all big on the front.
Or you just get your face like this, and then have like, no, wait. Yeah.
Like that. Be great.
Oh my gosh, this episode was so much fun.
Hell yeah, it was.
It was great. Mike Tyson, so great. It's so great.
Fantastic.
What actually, Rain, do you want to break the news about episode 92 and who our guest is, so our fans have the hype for next week?
So we have a friend in my Ghostbusters team who has their own like radio show that they do. It's called the Running Chills podcast, and he writes. He's an author, and he writes his own ghost stories, and he does has voice actors that play and do his show. So it's or his episodes. And it's really cool. I'm actually going to be a voice actor in a couple of his episodes, and he's going to be here next week talking about his show and like ghost stories and all that stuff. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, check it out. It's called the Running Chills podcast. But his name's Rip Gavin. He'll be our guest next week.
Heck yeah.
So thank you very much, Rain. I'm so happy to have you back, Val. We missed you last week.
I know. I missed you guys too very much.
We missed your energy.
We had really good ghost stories. I was hoping to hear from some Texas ghost stories.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
Well, we could still do next week. We could add more because I know
We're just
there's
glad you're okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's true. We will be talking about ghosts and ghost stories and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have any funny alien stories too, because Texas, you know.
Oh, I've got some
Space
good ones.
aliens.
Yeah, I know. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
well, come on, I want to tell you about my neighbors. They're great.
No, wait. What do you mean? Huh? Sorry.
I remember one time, sorry, really quick, 8th grade history, we were learning about aliens, not the kind in space, the kind, the other aliens. And my teacher, he looks around the class, he's like, all right, hang on, is anyone in here an alien? And there's one girl over there, she's like, and I did that, I was like, woo, and like, everyone just started cracking up, and that girl was just like,
oh no,
my family are immigrants, so hey, but they were aliens too.
Yeah,
mine are too. A lot of people's are. Hey, yeah. All right, guys. I got awkward silence right there.
yeah. I was like,
all right.
What did he say?
Thank you very much, guys. This was so much fun. Just remember, don't forget to like this video, share this with all your friends. And as I like to say always, just remember, us ghost heads have a lot to talk about. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.